Hello everyone. Evening, morning, wherever the hell you may be. Welcome to another session of Daggerfall, Storm Bull. I don't feel like running the camera, the whore cam, in the corner. So we've added little knickknacks. Like Bob Page. He's peeking his head out. He's ready to go. In this session, we have a lot more main quest ground to cover. Including, we finished up avenging the death of King Lysander's. That's right, Bob Page is there. But there's an entire thing with a letter that we have not gotten started on. I think that sound balance should be fine for you folks. Not fine for me, though. Some nice, creepy, nighttime music to get us properly started here. Thanks, Daggerfall. Ominous fucking game. Alright. $2:23 in the morning. I do believe, already have the quest. We already resolved this. Sindasa, the serving maid of Queen Abuki of Daggerfall, has sent me to slay a werewolf, holed up at Tristor Laboratory in Bethany, for some reason. She can only pay me an information, has promised to reveal what she knows of the Emperor's letter. I have 29 days to do this deed. I don't recall whether I set a recall anchor. We're gonna do that. Let's see. I think before we go, though, we're gonna shack up in a tavern. No chat overlay. What do you mean no chat overlay? It's right there. In the top right corner, where it almost always is. There's the odd plates. We've stolen from there on a number of occasions. Hello. Go ahead and give you a room for a day. Thanks. We sleep. Daytime snowing music. This is one of my favorite tracks of the entire game. Obviously, there are a few that top it, such as tavern jingles and general store jingles, but soothing and relaxing. First day of college? Oh my. That was a few years ago for Grimith. That was 11 years ago. It was fun. I do recall. I do recall quite a bit about that first day. Was yours fun? I don't think I have any magic items that need to be identified. but it's worth checking these things. Alright, good. We're fine. I also have a number of items here fixed. Well, we have colleges and we have universities. I suppose technically I went to a research university, but college is an overall encompassing term to cover any schooling that beyond secondary school, which is high school. Either like a technical college or... Wow, brain. Really, brain? You just sputtered out there? You didn't have anything more to add after that? Alright, good sign. I'm just gonna let it go. Clearly wasn't important. I feel that moment has happened at least once during every session I've had at Daggerfall. This particular run. Today is ended up being no exception. Today has been a really good day, but it also has been a very tiring day. Alright. We're going to do something that some may argue Alex could have been done at the start of this run, but it's going to be done now. We'll give it a try, and we'll see what happens. I'm curious. This will cost pretty much all of my mana. It's gonna have like a 50% chance of working. And we cannot control the turret. Bizarre. Alright, sure. We have no idea how long it'll work. Effectively. I suppose I could memorize the clicks, but... Where did I go? I went to the flagship University of South Carolina, which is the University of South Carolina main campus in Columbia, the capital of South Carolina. Name it Pepsi. Sure. Why not? No, I don't want to cast Charm. Is there anything that I was thinking about, maybe, that I wanted to do? I'm sure there's been possibilities of like, hey Grimith, maybe you could do this, and then we end up not doing much of anything. This would feel like something Grimith would do. Grimith has certainly... I wonder how much this would cost. So it's like an extra 11 points of that, and it lasts for that long. It gives me something to use my speed on. Pepsi Man. Adrenaline. What the hell? Let's give it a fancy icon. I have my eyes closed. You... Sure. Got a choo-choo train coming. Great. I'm glad. Hold person. That final one's 151 spell points, and we have 150? We have 150. Hooray! There was something else I was gonna do here. I've already forgotten. It's irrelevant. That's right, Train. We can't even cast Pepsi. It's a problem. We do not have the power to wield Pepsi. We are significantly missing a few spell points to wield the power of Pepsi. Wasn't really paying attention to that, was I? Well, I mean, we could rely on a level up with this build, as painful as that would be. Or, I could, upgrade the group of magic that, like a calm humanoid thing would be under. Or pacify humanoid in this particular case, which I do believe is thaumaturgy. What is our thaumaturgy? I no need to make a diet Pepsi. Thaumaturgy is a whopping 29%. Okay, so we're probably not casting this where we're going. But I can work on that. We do have an entire session of who can say how long it will be. Grimith does not know. There's Tristor. She actually is, indefinitely, for the time being. The thing that ended up tipping it over was the ban, or the timeout evasion that she pulled during last week's broadcast. Or instead of sitting out for one broadcast, she came in with an alt account anyway, and then claimed responsibility for it in the YouTube comments afterwards. Anyway, this is a Daetroth. Alright, Tristor Laboratory, I do believe, has the same layout. But instead of being here to kill the werewolf, I'm going to see if I can find the pages of the journal. Yes, that's Bob Page. How do you not know the glories of Bob Page, Shaman? We found one of the pages. I have no memory of coming to this place. If I've been kidnapped, for what? We have no money, and Sindasa is barely tolerated by the nobles at court. My last clear memory is watching the moon rise over Castle Daggerfall. Now, it is worth noting that, and I'm pretty sure I've recorded myself doing this quest before, that this is a quest that is broken in the base game, and requires a third-party fix, or I suppose your own entrepreneurial fixing, in order to properly, like, get to work. Not the quest, but the solution. Like, you have to kill the werewolf. There's no, like, alternative route. Let's see here. Might not be this way. Let's try. Hi. Nothing to fear from me. Some Atronachs, a wereboar that we're not actually here to kill. We already had the catnip farmer run last run. We were a werewolf for almost the entire time of that run. It was pretty dull. The catnip farmer? Well, the catnip farmer would win. No question. Thank you. Was worthless to come in anyway. Good room, everyone. Yeah, doors in this game have, that was right here, considerable sturdiness to them. Cannot believe Sandasa acted so spitefully just because I broke up with her friend Barbara Mooring. Well, I never much cared for visiting Aldingford either, and though we parted amicably, paying to turn me into the shapeshifters, I just don't get it. Sandasa must be picking up bad ways from those rotten nobles. At the Daggerfall court. Alright, we shall be leaving this dungeon and heading to Aldingford. Ring ding 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 ding. Thank you. Okay. Aldingford. They most certainly can be. But the immense variations in your character build, along with what equipment or spells you might be wielding on top of that, along with what level your character might be, depends on what you find challenging in this game. There are some runs, like say this one, where the hardest hitters in the game, the Ancient Liches, the Vampire Ancients, and the Daedra Lords, aren't as challenging. In most of my runs, though, those do certainly end up being the heavy hitters that can quickly evaporate your life. Yes, this is still the Stormbolt run. We leveled up. Unfortunately, we only have 4 points to our name. It's a tragedy. We're actually going to put those points into intelligence. Again, it takes us to 162. Almost at Pepsi. Hi. What? Aldingford. Maybe it's Aldingford on the island? No, this is definitely the same town. I can't ask about her. Okay. Is there an Aldingford here that I just blew past? No. Let's see where she is. Bizarre. Grimith scratches his beard, contemplating. I wonder why I can't ask about her. Tell me about... Oh, what's a tell me about? Yellow. Oh my. Trististair. Trististair? What a name. She's taken up whoring over in the Lion and the Helm. Well, tell me about Trististair. Oh my. Tell me all the gossip. The sweet, sweet, delicious gossip. Let's find some new people to gossip with. You, gossip with me. Just find more peasants to gossip with. Worcestershire. Damn it. Damn you peasants. Well, let me back up to that. Oh. Grimith didn't jot down what tavern was said. Well, that's tragic. I don't think it was a tavern that was located here, though. Damn it. None of your damn business. Yeah, I was lying in the den or something. I do dislike how you're only allowed to ask each of these peasants, like, one of these. Tell me about things. It is a tragedy. Well, it's not one of the possible tavern selections. And it's not on the list to tell me about. The only extra thing that got added to the tell me about was Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Taking up whoring over in the Lion and Helm. Alright. Lion and Helm. Wherever the hell that is. I think I need to figure out what town that's in. I probably need to keep asking. Don't give me a quest. Thank you. Eastbridge. It's the little Grimith of Pasadena. Alright. The unfortunate castle, I see. Excuse me, I actually have a life to lead. No, you don't. Who you fooling? Oh, maybe I know something, but I'm not going to talk about it. Thanks for wasting our time. This is what I get for just not killing the damn thing. But no, Grimith's like, let's have some quest diversity. I know, right? For any other character, I would have butchered all of those peasants. I mean, that's where we are, right? Eastbridge. But we still need to find the right town where there is a tavern matching the Lion and Helm. Lion and Helm might be an armor shop? Ah. No, it's not. Eastbridge. Let's go back to Aldingford, then. Just go ahead and waste our time traveling around this damn place. 4 days. Oh boy. This isn't a good sign. We need to arrive at day. Was there a general store that was somehow named that? Also, I have not saved at all this session. There we go. Now we don't have to find the letter and shit again. Like, we need a town location. The King's Hedgehog Pub. There's a... Is this a place that exists? No. Okay, so we have 2 taverns. If only we knew the town where that was attached at. Was there a... was there one of those in the other place? I'm gonna have to go check. We're going back to Eastbridge, everyone. This is what I get for trying to do this. Should've just murdered the werewolf. Well, we tried. I sort of had to recreate those spells in the Mage's Guild, too. I love how I'm so complacent with Daggerfall that I can go for such a long period without saving the game, even though a crash or some unfixable thing is just lurking right around the corner. I hate all of you peasants. What an unfun thing to do. What would a good, the bad, and the ugly run of Daggerfall be like? Every run of Daggerfall I've ever done. That's... that... Oh, there's an enemy nearby. Oh. Oh, apparently... we might have accidentally killed someone. I don't think we did. I think they're just upset because I was flinging my weapon in town. Hi. Let's find out whether we're charged for murder. Oh. Whoops, I'm not guilty. Let's have a debate. Damn it. So there we were. Oh, shit. I'm just gonna close out of the game because it would load it anyway. And sometimes it crashes whenever you get out of prison. I know, Refran. Sometimes you need a hero to save you. Is there an East Bridge here? That's right, we have our friend save and load. Back to East Bridge we go. We're arriving cautiously. You there, sir. Inform me. Hate you all. I hate you all. Good. Sibling rivalry's all the rage here, in this town. Good. I'm glad we've narrowed that down. I'm gonna give you 10 more minutes. Maybe. At least 5 more minutes to piece this shit together, game. If not, I'm just going back to murder the werewolf. And I might butcher everyone in this town. Where is the lion in helm? Where? Is it like a... Alright, thought I'd check. Because there are, like, tavern-named locations on the map. Suppose I can check King's Hedgehog, too. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Stinky. Oh man. Alright, sure, whatever. I'm glad I know that. I spent too much time playing this game. Hi. Why, Robasart, you found part of my old lover's diary. I'd recognize that writing anywhere. Sindasa, the filthy little whore, had him infected. Curing such is beyond our means today. The Beldama hopes through study to find one she can reverse the process for several weeks, but no longer. Until now, we see no cases survive the initial infection any longer than that. If you can return with him to me, I have some information that may be of some use to you. Take the special longsword, it will tame the beast within him. So, if our reputation's high enough with, like, one of the witch factions, she'll actually come along with us. But it's not, so we have a magic item to do this. So she's coming along with us. Fucking game. Wait, what? I thought I created an anchor outside of Tristor Laboratory. No, because I teleported back here. God damn it. Silly Grimith. Obviously that didn't happen. As I set the anchor outside of Castle Daggerfall to teleport back to it after I got there, and then I teleported back there once I came out of here with my information. Okay. Let's see if I can remember where he is. Thankfully there's no ancient liches in this dungeon. We've certainly seen those before in here. Just flesh Atronachs. That's a fire Atronach. Okay, where was it? Oh, it's actually an Atronach dungeon. That's pretty neat. I don't really see those. I thought I was falling down there. We can leave our ancient lich friend. I'm sure you'll be fine. I mean, he got himself down there. He's like, help me! I've been covered in butter for 264 years. Please, have mercy upon me. I'm like, what? That's awkward. Well, unfortunately, Grimith cannot test out Pepsi. Yet. I don't know whether this is the area I should be in anyway. Pepsi Man. Feels as if we've had this intersection before, with a humanoid and an ancient lich. I don't feel like that's anything new for us. Let's head back more towards the start. You just think daring works like that? What do you mean? Ow! My face. Everything is ruined. Oh, straight down the hallway here. Silly Grimith. Okay, I gotta make sure not to kill him. So let's boop his nose. Without the Daedric weapon. We might actually have to use a weapon of a certain material. Wait, I might have to use the Daedric weapon. I didn't mean to kill him. Not my fault he couldn't take a hit. Well, you shouldn't, Jordan, but try fleshing out one. Gosh, dude. Like, in order to, like, do this, I think for the specific quest trigger, it ends up being a weapon of silver and better. We can't use our fist for it. And, of course, the weapons I can equip are either iron or adamantium and better. I would have to go back to my wagon outside in order to get a sufficient weapon. Because I have a few backup weapons. So basically, I guess I'm just going to try hitting this dude to see if he doesn't die in one hit. I feel like this won't work so well. I guess that's what I'm gonna try, Max. I'll be damned. The body of the werewolf slowly freezes in place. Barbara Mooring speaks. Excellent, Robasart. I will keep my promise to tell you what I know of that letter you're after. I will remember Sindasa blabbering on about the Queen's private affairs. Amazing what a few drops of wine will do to loosen a girl's tongue. It isn't just every day a letter from the Emperor is delivered, especially as you know, the Queen isn't all that fond of him. Sindasa said that letter was the only one she'd ever seen from him, was shocked when the Queen gasped and explained, "Why, this isn't for me, it's addressed to Minnesera." Poor Sindasa. She immediately thought that she'd misunderstood the courier and given the letter to the wrong noble. She was so relieved when the Queen didn't make a fuss, and said she'd make sure the Queen Mother got it promptly, and not to worry herself over it. Now, if I might beg the favor of escorting us to the Beldama of the Sisters of the Bluff, you'll find it on the map in Daggerfall Province. Sure! Sisters of the Bluff! Gotta go visit a coven of witches, and we'll never socialize with witches again. Boo, witches. revealing this black square. Coven of the Bluff, yes. Gives you this free location, where you too could go visit witches. Although this coven isn't much of anything. Just a witch standing out here by an altar. Robasart, your service to the coven has been invaluable. Please feel free to call at any time. Blech. Robasart is conflicted about how he feels about this situation. On the one hand, I could have created another recall spell, although I didn't have enough magicka. What I was actually trying to say was, on the one hand, we saved that dude's life and he was unfairly cursed, so we didn't kill him. On the other hand, it involved witches. Spend a lot of time traveling around. Good thing that we're not on a time limit or anything. I'm not even gonna bother. Where are you, Daggerfall? Okay. Let's hop along to Castle Daggerfall. The next quest that we've got to do for the main quest line is also not too terribly exciting. I was also a bit mistaken on where I was on the map. Basically, we're going to have to track down things about the letter. Whether it was mistakenly delivered or the situation around it, before we figure out where it is, and then go retrieve it from Orsinium. That Orsinium one is a painful one, basically because Orsinium is painful. Probably not as painful as what fucking Woodbourne's Hall was for us, though. Oh my god. That was ridiculous last session. Okay. Anchored. You two are still at it. Still at it. Doing God's work. Hi. Hello, Robasart. I have heard much about you. Now you come to me with a very interesting tale of deception. Yes, I shall investigate this matter. Good. I have long had my suspicions about her loyalty to the Emperor. She was a daughter of King Cameron, who ruled Hammerfell from his citadel, its sentinel. My husband, King Lysander, oblivion rest his soul, died at Crengane, as did King Cameron. He didn't actually die at the Battle of Crengane. Lysander's body was not recovered, so he has a monument erected there rather than a true tomb. Alas, my one wonders. The Emperor uses Alabard Mastersley as his messenger in Daggerfall. He could be anywhere in the region delivering missives. However, Alabard Mastersley is a member of the Knights of the Dragon. Go to the Garesmith residence in the Lion and Scorpion Lodge. Alright. Sure, we'll head right there. I'm just gonna print screen that. Maybe not X. Sometimes I don't know. Let's not talk about it. I didn't actually get the print screen off. Well, let's Let's hope the log really covers it. Alright, good. The Lion and Scorpion Lodge. Alright, this is a small enough area, and we're looking for a named residence, effectively. Kingsley residence. Kingsley residence? There, well, Garesmith residence, excuse me. Hard to keep track of all these residences. I am Theodval Kingsley. I would not normally tell anyone who is not a Knight of the Dragon. Where to find Alabard Mastersley, however, I am loyal to Queen Minacera. I also know that Alabard Mastersley disemboweled the last person that tried to ambush him. In 3 days, he is due to be at the palace in Midbury. Try him there. Sure, we'll ring him there. Where is Midbury? Definitely feel like we've been there before. Alright. In 3 days, he's due to be at the palace. So I think we're going to have another 2. It only took us to 1 day to travel here. Where's the palace at? Oh, good. It's very close by. That's convenient. I am pleased. Time for us to practice some spells. Give me a room for 3 days. Thank you. Basically, we're just gonna kill time. We'll have 6 casting sessions, and then we'll go check the palace. What a nice night to relax with Daggerfall. No. Might append a 7th casting session. Nah, this should probably be fine. We'll find out, though. I mean, I already went through the entirety of Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction a few years back. All 3 difficulties. I have no remote interest in playing the game again anytime soon. And I certainly wouldn't want to broadcast it. Diablo 2 is too fast-paced for me to want to broadcast. It requires a lot more mental focus. Might have to wait an extra day. Or perhaps I loitered or waited around for too long. Let's go check the upstairs. I don't think he can appear up here, but I think I've maybe had that conversation before with myself, but he ended up being up here, so we need to check. Alright, glad we checked. I suppose I can give it another day. We can have a few more castings in the tavern, I reckon. Pretty sure this is going to be the final day that we'll have at the tavern, though. Afterwards, the room will expire. Expire? Alright. No, the room... It's no longer... Its sell-by date has gone past. Tragedy. Alright, we've been here for 3 days. Okay. The hell does the palace open? Thank you. Alright, there we go. Oh, you should be warned that I am a knight of the dragon in the service of the Emperor himself. If this is some ruse to ambush me, you will surely not live to regret it. Yes, I am that person. The signet ring proves that you are indeed in the service of Minnesera. Some time ago I delivered a letter from the Emperor addressed to the Queen of Daggerfall. If I am not mistaken, that's not Minnesera. Tell her that I take my duties quite seriously. I would never knowingly deliver a missive to the wrong party. I got this ring in gratitude. Show it to Minnesera so that she may know I am a loyal servant and faithful to my order. Okay. Back to town we go. Thankfully, this ended up being a bit quicker than the other stuff. Feels weird to have resolved the Lysanus revenge bit first over this. Now it makes sense. Uriel sent him addressed the message to the Queen of Daggerfall when he said that I was queen. We must find out what was in that letter. Yesterday I received a letter from Princess Morgaya Wayrus claiming to know something of the Emperor's letter. Now there's a family that sieves under the rule of the Emperor. Return to me if you find out who has the Emperor's letter. For now, you have proven yourself to me, Robasart. Take the ring as a token of my gratitude. I have no desire to own it. Sure. Okay, so did we actually figure out where it was? Can we? Good. I'm like, well, actually, yeah, sure, we'll braid the depths for Orsinium. Let's go to Orsinium, everyone. This is what I've been dreading this session. Also, the guards have aggroed on me. That'll happen. Fucking Orsinium. Hello, Kind Tooth. Are you ready to go to Orsinium with us, Kind Tooth? Hope the answer to that question's either yes or get fucked. "15 days. A harsh yell brings you up short. Do I feel like resting before going in here? I'm rather tired. Today has been a very good day, but very draining on Grimith. So Minnesera seeks to sweet-talk me. Worthy Redguard. Hey, Leonardo. Survive. Find a letter. Bring it back. Excuse me, pardon me. Now, I have no qualms with killing these orcs, as opposed to humans. As orcs are creatures of chaos, and they are not officially parts of the Empire. But, I don't feel like it. Damn dungeon making random noises at us. There's a tiger in the way. Okay. Now, we don't have enough spell points for a levitate. Do I have a potion of that, or have I used all my potions of levitate? It appears I've used all my potions of levitate. Alright, so we don't have a convenient way. I think one of the fountains can take me up there. One of the fountains can take me up there. Welp. So our way to get back up there, I guess I'm gonna do this mostly legit. I don't have any spell points. I can't rest to get those back. I don't have a potion to recover them. Pretty sure I don't have root. Fuck it, we ain't doing this legit. I'm out of here. I would have needed to break open the magically held locked doors, find levers to raise up platforms in the middle there to give me access to get back up, to get up here, rather. One of the fountains would take you up here. We just chose the incorrect one. And by we, of course, I mean me. Grimith is accountable. Let's actually go ahead and take a nap. Nap time! Our orcish skill is improved. Hooray. Let's go ahead and equip those things. Excuse me. Sleepy Grimith. Alright. Now I have to remember that I'm not here for the other thing that you come here to Orsidium for. Unfortunately, Orsidium, it just ends up being a situation where I'm not, like, really committing it to memory beyond the pyramid. So, you know, I've been here plenty of times, and it seems every time I just forget bits and pieces. Now, it is worth... Where the hell did my voice go there? It is worth taking down these orcs, because of their propensity to drop valuable equipment for us. And now that we're past, like, the pyramid area, and I feel less sure about where I'm going, it's gonna be worth killing them. I would enjoy seeing some upgraded armor, for sure. I'm not really sure whether this place is one that I'm supposed to be at or not. I think so. I think we're on the right track. Ooh, adamantium longsword, nice. That'll sell for a few shekels. Oh, speaking of money, so I was officially cleared of any wrongdoing. What was it, like 2 videos ago now? Where I ended up, like, completely just, without paying attention, murdering a knight. Because a lich ended up murdering me before I saved the game, so I loaded back to before I killed that person, and not killed that person. So, that 93,000 gold or whatever that I donated to the Temple of Stendarr wasn't necessary, but damn it, we did it anyway. Yeah, I think many folks could, I think folks could definitely relate to, like, it being harder to find a full set of Orcish than it would be to find a full set of Daedric. It's not the only accidental murder that happened. I do believe there was one that happened during the first session, and then there was a peasant that ended up not even being on our screen, but was within, like, our periphery, whenever I, in frustration, swung my weapon around in town. But there have been no deaths that have been in this continuum, like the save. They've all been rewound in some capacity. Unless my memories escape me again, and I'm sure the comments will correct me on that. This Grimith's having a hard time remembering. And I said I would devise horrific punishments for me. But I think the real horrific punishment is me continuing to play Daggerfall. I think I've gone one wrong too long. One run too many in Daggerfall. Because ever since I started Stormbolt, like, my fatigue, like, even the first session, when I wanted to talk more intelligently about, like, character motivations and reasonings, just wasn't really there. Perhaps my character's just having shifting attitudes and perceptions after everything he's seen, where he no longer wishes to be that much of a friend to the giant. But specifically, one of the conduct was to avoid killing humans. And giants are not those. Alright, so... I don't know whether I should go back a module or not. I think I'm going to go back a module. Well, we went back a module, and we're actually here. Huh. Fascinating. Well, I'll take it as a sign. What if I did all of that stuff again? We ran through the various cavern passageways. We jumped around so that we would get stuck in a wall or something. Oh, boy. Which puts us here. Now, this door was not locked. I just didn't go into it. Neat. So let's cast Adrenaline. What does that put our speed score at? 87. Alright. I can certainly notice the difference. That's pretty nice. Alright, why don't we go this way instead? I don't recall this. Also, I can really tell that extra speed with the swing speed. Hooray! We did it! That wasn't so bad. Let's celebrate. potion. Restore power. Very nice. Replaces the restore power potion we consumed earlier in this dungeon. Unfortunately, Daedric armor we cannot equip. Potion of invisibility, whatever. Okay. We did it! Wow. That was relatively painless. We certainly had worse runs of Ursinium. That's pretty nice. Probably one of the better ones I've recorded / streamed. Neat. Lowy fucking Cemos indeed. I'll take it though. I ain't got no complaints. I should probably read the letter for you folks though. Tells us about the totem. Queen Minisera, I have grave news. The totem of Tiber Septim has been found. You know what this means. The power behind Tiber Septim could be unleashed upon Tamriel again. Rumor has it that Lord Woodbourne, a minor Lord of Wayrest, has possession of it. He will doubtless lose it soon. You must persuade him to turn it over to you, or Lady Bree. The court of Wayrest has no love of King Lysandas, but you still have influence there. I am asking you to use it on my behalf. And that is the purely sentimental and inconsequential letter that the Emperor asked us to retrieve. Robasart, this letter is dangerous. Gorwalk had undoubtedly sold copies of it to everyone from Waywest to the Underking. After all, the powers of the Iliac Bay become embroiled in a war over the totem. He stands to gain quite a lot. Go now. You have done your job. I am sure that the totem will find its way into your life somehow. You seem to have a knack for such things. Just remember, the only safe master of the totem is the Emperor. Of course, the totem is actually here in Castle Daggerfall, but we don't know that yet. Our immersion. Our immersion! Damn train. Alright. Let's go ahead and unequip the magic shit. I have a normal torque, right? Not a torque. Apparently not. Let's just unequip that. Put those things in the wagon. Those things too. The ring, what the hell, we'll wear it. Now I think that's good enough for us to get hailed by Lady Bree. That also takes care of the main quest stuff that we were sent here to do. There's, of course, bits more of the main quest line. I don't know whether I'm gonna run Mantella tonight, though, given my brain. I kind of expected Orsinium to take longer than what it did, based on how I did at Woodbourne Hall. Alright. Let's go ahead and get a room for, we'll say 7 days. Sure. And we're just going to stay here for a while. We're going to practice the magic. The magic. That's not the magic I meant to practice. And we're just going to keep sleeping and doing this for a bit. And eventually we're going to step outside and we're going to get hailed. Then we'll go to wherever Lady Bree is stationed at. We'll have a nice chat with her. She'll tell us about where the totem is in Castle Daggerfall. We'll go get the totem. I think I still remember how to get through there, because I did try to embed that route in my brain. We'll go get the totem. I wonder who we'll give it to. That's a good question. I haven't really given it much thought as of late. I might have thought about it in weeks past. But all those thoughts have, of course, escaped Grimith's brain. let's head outside. I said, let's head outside. Letters? No, no letters, huh? For a moment, I thought that was Lady Bree. But only for a moment. Okay. Back to casting. We'll come out in a few more days and see whether anyone figures out where we are. People need time to write letters. We've delivered stuff to the Underking before. I think last time we hit up Grimith, was it? I'm trying to think how the Stormking would feel. And I think he would probably... I'm thinking he would probably deliver this shit to the Emperor. Because he's certainly not doing it to the King of the Worms. I don't think he's swayed by any of these petty kings, petty kingdoms and their petty problems. I can't take it with me to Tatambo, because there's no one of worthy blood. I'm certainly not giving it to Gortwalk. It'd probably be the Emperor, or the Underking, and I'm leaning towards the Emperor. The Necromancer's Amulet. I don't recall whether that would actually be of any real use to us, but it's hard for us to get magic items that are useful to us in this run anyway, so we can do that. If you don't give it to anyone, then you don't make any progress with the main quest line. The totem's like, you have a year, motherfucker, to find a person and give it away. Otherwise, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Peace. So you could just choose to not give it to anyone, then write your own story about how you abscond away with it and fade off into the sunset, but, no. The Daggerfall Chronicles, mentioned that one of the endings they had in mind for the game is that the player character uses the totem and is crushed. Basically. Not by the totem itself, but by the golem. By Numinium. That's not in the game, though. In theory, trying to use it would invoke its wrath and cause your death, but... it's just there. Just judging you silently. That wasn't in this reality. And we also don't have the totem right now, so even if it were this reality, it wouldn't matter. We're waiting to be informed about the totem. Lady Bree will pop up and say how folks raided Woodbourne Hall and got absolutely fucked over. I'm hoping. I'm reckoning. Let's go ahead and poke outside again. I suppose we should actually check to make sure that we are going to be getting letters. I choose this town. 43 days. Alright. We got a letter. Good. So it's coming. Lady Bree just needs a bit more time to write it, I guess. Never mind that I'm in the capital of Daggerfall, but actually she's staying basically as far away from this place as she can, so it makes sense. Back to Magic Town. It's really difficult for me to train up my skills with this build, of course, in the Storm Bull run. Because for the first time in any of the recorder stream runs, and I'm thinking the first time ever, I'm pretty sure that's true. But who knows? Grimith has been forgetting all sorts of things. I set the skill advancement dagger to maximum, which means I need 3 times the normal amount of skill checks. I typically have that shit set to be 1/3 the normal amount of skill checks required to advance skills, which of course advances your character level. Higher character level this game typically makes things easier, although humanoids do have a character level built into them as well. Now the other enemy types do. I know, it's just like a burst of spellcasting in like a 15-second period and then immediately sleeping for 7 hours. Or, I mean, I highly doubt that this character... Well, who knows how exhausting spellcasting really is, right? You might just be able to will yourself to sleep like that. But this is why we end up having, like, casting sprees where we're not even advancing our spell level, case in point. It takes a lot of skill tests to advance the skill level. He's like, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, we're also just killing time in general until we get a letter from Lady Bree. We obviously won't get access to that letter in here, but I did rent out this tavern room for a week. Well, apparently it's been a week. The timing. The timing. Ah, alright. Give me another week, Captain. Back to sleep we go. Other tavern goers are like, he never comes out of his room. He doesn't come for, like, drinks or food. He doesn't even bother closing the door. He stands up. He yells, Jesus Bullard! A bunch of times, and then he goes to bed. Never mind the fact that this character that I'm playing at this point is one of the most interesting men alive, I do believe. And don't forget the amount of raucous celebration that must be occurring, because King Lysan is a spirit at rest, right? And of course, never mind the fact that I'm sure King Gothred has no interest in our character at all. No interest. Not even a little, not even remotely. In theory, I could have gone to a Fighters Guild and done all this shit there, but as we've discovered, the Fighters Guild has nothing really new to teach us, and I would just waste time there. Daedric Flail's now almost new. 1515. Do you know where your children are? If she still hasn't sent the note by the time that I'm done with the 7 days, I'm just gonna travel across the map. I might start doing that sooner. Like, on the one hand, we really could use the extra spell training. On the other hand, I'm ready to get a move on, damn it. The hypest casting action available to you anywhere on the internet right now. There is none better. You'll see people playing MMOs. See them playing the Terras. Or I wouldn't consider this an MMO, but the Path of Exiles. Find folks hunting people in all manners of game. Across all streaming services. And here we are, standing in a fucking tavern room. You bought the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. Tuesday, Tuesday, Tuesday. Thank you. Thank you for putting me out of my misery. We've taken up thaumaturging to a whopping 36%. Feels so lackluster. We've also taken Pepsi down to 155. Pepsi Man! I also single-clicked it, but it was treated as a double-click, so there's that. We have that queued up, as it were. I gotta throw down a whole person. That's a paralyze. I can't... Like, I'm sure I tried casting Paralyze at some point in the 90s and decided it wasn't worth the amount of mana casting when I'd rather just reliably kill someone through some other fashion. In general, I like to stay away from offensive magic in this game because the amount of, like, save versus spells that tend to fire. Whereas hitting someone, particularly with a Daedric weapon, even if you have poor skill in it, is so reliable to do, as Ursilia Melkor proved during the Linguist run. When she finally got a hold of a powerful, like, melee weapon, I quit archery and she was cleaving through things. Pacify Humanoid ends up being in the exact same theater. Like, I've never had an issue before until this self-imposed conduct where people have been a problem. Other than the Linguist run, I reckon. Anyway, let's read the letter. Robasart, come at once to Longwall and Daggerfall. I'll be waiting at the Howling Bird for you. The fate of the Empire could be at stake. Could be. Could be. Well, since I accidentally used all that mana, let's go ahead and take another nap. Oh, shit. Longwall, was it? Longwall. Yeah, I'm not surprised. That was so close by that we ended up arriving during morning. How big is this place? We have 3 taverns. Yeah, she's really conveying the sense of urgency. Is she in here? Nope. That's the gold badger. Badges. How about this tavern? Nope. I mean, I could just use the eye to, like, look at these things. Ah, this tavern layout. We certainly encountered Lady Brave here before. Well, we've encountered her at so many tavern layouts over all the years. Robasart, I'm glad you could meet me here. The Blades and your Emperor need you again. You may or may not be aware that the totem of Tiber's Septum has been found. For a brief time, Lord Woodbourne of Wayrest had it. Where he got it from is still a mystery. The Blades mounted an assault upon Woodbourne Hall to retrieve it. Although the hall fell, many of our number fell with it. So, I'm thinking, I've made the quip before about the fact that their assault on Woodbourne Hall ends up following up after ours. But since the totem goes missing, at some point between, like, when the letter is sent and, like, right now, so the King Gofford already has it and it's closed up in the treasury, I'm presuming their attack ends up, you know, landing at some point before we show up on the scene. In fact, that may even lead to, like, Lord Woodbourne's, like, greater security at Woodbourne Hall due to the fact that they suffered an attack from the Blades. Although they're also saying that the hall fell. Maybe Lord Woodbourne wasn't home. I don't know. And they didn't find the journal. I don't know. I think I prefer my original interpretation. But an alternative, particularly considering the suggested information from the Daggerfall Chronicles, which is an unreliable narrator. Would go? Sure. The Warlock's Ring. Right, Necromancer's Amulet is something that the Underking gives us. Warlock's Ring. I don't remember the stats for that off the top of my head, but yeah, I'm thinking Robasart, considering the Storm Bull's various commitments and attitudes. I think you just give it to the Emperor. Let him sort it out. I mean, the Emperor hasn't been entirely forthcoming with us, but he's also the Emperor. That appears to not have worked. Tragic. Damn ambushing. Would you like a can of Pepsi? He made his save versus fell. Actually, I would like to see this succeed once, so give me a moment, folks. This rogue here, the greatest of rogues. Well, he didn't make a save versus spell. Maybe he is a coke guy. You're probably right. No. No, it certainly lasts long enough. Like, we've had levitate spells that have lasted shorter and have still carried us to further distance. Although, whenever we did go into spell creation form, was it Pepsi or Hold Person? Where the duration boxes were, like, glitched out. You know, I like to think that this is why I didn't bother using these spells, that we ended up having examples of failure like this where I'm like, what the hell's the point of using the spell? When it's not actually helping me. Maybe he only drinks Dr. Thunder. Anyway, I can't use auto-travel unless he's dead or I'm far away from him. So we hop away now. I think we might have actually had a recall saved up. We did not. Rest in pieces, Magica. Still have a room at the Lucky Wolf for 51 hours. I tell you, these foggy, snowy days, these foggy, snowy mornings, and how they end up glitching out and playing music tracks that they shouldn't. Or, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that they shouldn't. I mean, this fucking Daggerfall, they can do whatever the hell they want. Really a point of curiosity. this is also a world where magic doesn't exist. Well, this is also a world where magic exists, so think about how that might change the weather. Yes. Alright. Good. Hello, surprise orc warlord. Alright. Where was it from here? Was it through this door? Certainly wasn't through that trap. Yeah, let's do this door. Hey, Centaur. Hey, guard. Archer dude. Let's go. Wait. Ow! He successfully backstabbed me. That's rare to see. My body. Dude, rest in peace is my health. Dude, that hurt. We're going to use that. We're also going to use one of the potions of restore power. And a never-tiring launcher. Which chain was it? I think we also need to, like, spin a wheel or something. Spin a wheel and make a deal. Was it this chain? I don't think it was this chain. You know, that actually reminds me, Daggeroth. I'm glad you mentioned that. So, sometime after the last session of a Storm Bowl that I ran, I was looking for something to watch, and I was like, you know, it's been... I probably haven't watched Puri Puri since last year, so let me go to, like, his stuff and watch to see what he's been doing lately. Curious to see whether he's, like, run Daggerfall even better. I go check his YouTube channel, I'm like, he hasn't uploaded anything there, like any of his Twitch archive stuff for like 8 months. I go check his Twitch channel, and it's been shut down. And I'm like, why the fuck did that happen? So I go looking through like the various like speed, like archive things, and to go like see why that occurred. Like so I could find his Twitter and see whether that's been shut down too. And he retired. He retired from doing like regular like broadcasts, and he had originally thought on doing like intermittent like things to like continue on like with a little bit of broadcasting, but full-time stream was no longer going to be his thing. And then something else ended up happening, which he went on to do other things with his life, because being a broadcaster wasn't just feasible. He'd been broadcasting for a few years as a partnered broadcaster on Twitch, and it just wasn't financially viable. So yeah. And then something ended up happening that just caused, like, his account on Twitch to be shut down altogether. I don't know the full details about that, but I was like, oh, damn. Now who will speedrun the Daggerfall? A tragedy. I am 4 magic points shy of recalling out of here. You are Robasart. You are my new host. Know this now and resolutely. You are not worthy to carry the totem of Tiber Septum. Only those of his bloodline may carry me. I will give you a year and a day to accomplish this. I can walk back out, I reckon. I say walk back out. It's not that far of a trip. Well, no, it just leaves you. Like, as noted in the Daggerfall Chronicles that I talked about earlier this session, like, it'll, like, one of the visions for Daggerfall Chronicles is that the player would try to use it, you'd fucking end up, like, just being ended. The totem, though, just puts you on a time frame. Granted, I can safely say that I've not bothered to hold the totem for that long after I've gotten it. So I cannot verify that with personal data. Isn't it adorable? Find a new speedrunner of Daggerfall? At Summer Awesome Games Done Quick? Yeah, No, I haven't. Because the concept of that seems laughable to me. That's why I'm chuckling right now. I can't imagine. Like, it was amazing enough to find a person who ran the game. I wasn't looking, I just found it. I was like, wow, this is cool. Anyway, resting is going to be a bit of a challenge. I could always head back to my old haunt, Totambo. Let's head to Jaisenbi and see whether we have enough positive rep with various factions for, like, letters to come pouring in. We have some business to take care of in Totambu anyway, and I might not be done with the run yet. So what's left of this run, basically is I deliver the totem, and then I go to Ofaga, and I head to the final dungeon of the game, which I don't feel like doing today. So I'm not. I don't feel like doing the final dungeon. I don't have the brain power to deal with the skulls and the fire god and fucking shit dungeon. Boy, do I have deals for you, sir. Like these 6 arrows. Yes, and Benefactor, everyone. I just don't feel like dealing with it. I know, right? I think if I tried to pawn it off, the totem would just teleport. I think it would just be like, no. You know, it's generous and benevolent enough to give us a year and a day. But if we tried selling it, it might either kill us or just teleport away. You can't sell it. It would not appear in any vendor thing. The pawn shop would be your best example. It's literally not something that appears. It's a quest item. That's not to say that you can't sell quest items, but on top of that, the Totem of Tiber Septum is a unique thing. But let's see whether I'm wrong. There is no Totem of Tiber Septum anywhere in this list, but there is a book. Well, he also wouldn't have any power, because he's not of royal blood. The totem wouldn't do anything for him. The totem doesn't do anything for me. Damn, we got a lot of letters this time. Okay. It's letter time. Robasart. Centuries ago, Tiber Septum ruled the land and forged an empire with great Numidium. The secret of Numidium's power lies at its heart, carried within the mantella. It is the heart of Tiber Septum's battle mage. It is my heart. It is my mantella. It is my totem. It belongs to me and to none other. I have won and lost an empire. I have no desire to tamper further with mortal affairs. I have in my possession Necromancer's Amulet, the world's greatest artifacts. You may have it in exchange for the totem. My most loyal agent will await your arrival in Burning Martyr of Kinnereth of Daggerfall, at the Temple of Kinnereth. Robasart, you are on a quest to retrieve the Totem of Tiber Septum. Do not deny it. My spies have confirmed this. The totem is not for commoners, and you cannot use it. Bring the totem to me, and I will pay you 100,000 gold pieces. It's a king's ransom by any measure. You should be warned, neither Wayrest nor Daggerfall are loyal to the throne. I am the only regent of the Iliac Bay that can be trusted. The others will only use it to destroy me. Noble Robasart, my ears have picked up rumors that you are searching for the Totem of Tiber Septum. I too have hunted for this wondrous artifact for many years. Should you find it, I would pay you a healthy ransom, enough to buy your own ship. I will manage to exceed any price that Gothard Akarithi might offer. Never forget your real friends. Robasart, if you are reading this, you must have gotten the totem and escaped from the dungeon of Castle Daggerfall. I am in Wildertree of Daggerfall, at the Greffelt residence. Bring the totem there as soon as possible. Robasart, you are not Orcish. How could you possibly understand what it is like? My people are treated like barbarians, slaughtered upon sight. Is it so unusual that we respond in kind? Violence begets violence. I aspire to raise my race from the mire. I will bring them to equal standing with the other races of Tamriel. To do this, I must have the Totem of Tiber Septum. I will not insult you by promises that no blood will be shed. I do swear by my crown and by my heirs, I shall not attempt to hold sway beyond the borders of Arcinium. My goal is not to conquer Tamriel, but to create an Orcish homeland. I am in possession of an artifact that I am sure you would want to possess. It is yours, if you but give me the Totem of Tiber Septum. Gortwalk, Warlord and King. Yeah, Gortwalk is one of the valid folks. Would that be enough to sway Robasart? I don't think so. I don't think so. He says, contemplating. I'm actually gonna check to see whether this one's bugged out or not. I don't think I'm gonna commit to giving it to Gortwog, but I am curious to see whether he actually does give you that artifact that's said to be rewarded. Because that's something that doesn't work in the base game, and I don't know whether my third-party fixing takes care of that. Robasart. We'll soon have the totem. Yes, yes. Fame, eternal glory. It's great. Fame. Yeah, Daggerfall. The argument I'm positing to myself is that that's a nuanced plea, and it could have been the opportunity for Robasart to say, maybe orcs, like duckmen, right? Like the duck-billed folks and the beastkin of King of Dragon Pass. Maybe they can have a chance and just stay relegated to their little swath of territory. For he did try, Gortwog, to aid and assist King Lysandus. And Gortwog certainly has his own motivations and interests, but perhaps he is better than one of these petty kings in the region. I don't actually know Daggerfall. The beastkin aren't, chaos monsters. So I don't think the Stormwolves have a problem with them. But I'm not too brushed up on Glorantha lore, so I can't confirm that. Yeah, they care most all for, Chaos Beasts, and then they dip into, they'll do, Undead a bit, too, but that's more for, Humacht. Really, they love partying and drinking, and they'll murder Chaos as they go. Chaos Sorcerers and shit, and, magic, that's a no-no. I don't think I don't know. That'd actually have to be something that you'd look up in Glorantha lore. Beats me. But I'm curious to see whether this actually properly rewards an artifact at all. And I don't think I've ever shown off giving it to Gortwog before on camera. Nah. At least not this one. Thrice over, so 3 artifacts? Okay, so we got the Chrysamere. Okay. So, one of the third-party fixings I have on in the background then does take care of that. It does give you an artifact. Chrysamere, the Paladin's Blade and Sword of Heroes, is an ancient claymore with offensive capabilities only surpassed by its defenses. It lends the wielder health, protects him or her from fire, and reflects any deletory spells cast against the wielder back to the caster. Seldom has Chrysamere been wielded by a bladesman for any length of time, for it chooses not to favor one champion. Yeah, so, I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, but I don't much care for an artifact weapon, unless it's a Daedric. And Chrysamere is not. I think Chrysamere is base adamantium. Shalador's Mirror doesn't really do us much of any good. Not that, we can, have a spell reflection thing, but we're also pretty immune to magic. The Resist Fire also doesn't do much of anything for this particular character anyway. Due to the immunity to fire and the immunity to magic. And that's inherent to the class, so all Stormwolves are immune. Yeah, the flavor of Chrysamere, though, the Paladin's Blade, is certainly a fitting thing. But this is actually a reward I could get by going to do, one of the upper tier Knightly Order quests, if I really wanted Chrysamere. Which I'm not that into. Does it have a unique graphic to it? I can't recall. I think Like, it looks like any other magical adamantium blade. No, you can't get two of them. Not to my knowledge. Figured I'd take it for a few spins, but, let's go ahead and load the game. How do you get electrical glow around your blade like that? You enchant it and make it a magical item. That would be how. I think we're going to Demuthuplex next. Let's go to Demuthuplex, everyone. Wait. Adamantium weapon. Very nice. We'll have to wait a few hours outside of the shop here. I feel like buying stuff legit. Sure. I don't think so, but I can't recall. I've done a lot of runs of this game and they all blend together. Viewers would have better memory on that shit than I would. Ah, it's Mithril. Right. That's the final material I can't wear. Damn it. I love how I'm probably going to go into the final dungeon of the game with a Daedric Cuirass, a Daedric Flail, and +3 armor on everything else. Not even bothering with a shield. Just not even the illusion. Like, you get hit a lot in this game anyway, but with the armor class that I have, it's no fucking wonder that things just pound us. Alright, so that was ultimately a bastard. I could go looking for dedicated armorers in Totambo and see whether they have any valid piece of equipment for us to wear. Let's see, what time is it? I've been going for close to 2 hours. I had thought the session would end up being longer. What else do I want to take care of today? Because I don't want to do the Mantella. I guess I'll take extra time to think about who I want to give the totem to. So I'm strongly leaning Emperor, but I don't know, we'll give it some roleplay thought, whenever my brain is more awake. Actually, is this tavern laid out differently? I can't recall. Yeah, we'll take this one. Give me a room for 300 days, please. Thank you. We are a member of the Knightly Order here in Totambu. I'm not of a high enough rank where I get free taverns everywhere in the Iliac Bay, but I do get free taverns in Totambu. Very nice. Actually, considering my fatigue and the amount of success that I had today, which really I didn't think I'd mow through Ursinium that quick, we've taken care of all the main quest line instead of handing off the totem and then going into the Mantella. And the Mantella is something that would take me... I mean, I've done it before and pretty much had it be its own standalone thing in a session. So under 2 hours, maybe like 90-ish minutes. So it would be like a 90-minute thing. And then, if I feel like goofing around with any of, like, Knightly Order stuff, or doing any other, like, temple questing, or making any potions... Hello, Last Order Zeka. If you can't tell, you are here for contemplation near the tail end of, the broadcast. Let's go to the Temple Stendarr and make some potions. we don't have ingredients for restore power. What do we need for that restore power? Actually, the recipe, I imagine, is probably buried in... Right, nectar, silver, werewolf's blood, and saint's hair. I could go to a bunch of apothecaries and try to find, like, suitable ingredients for potions. Can I make a levitate? Either of my levitates? No. That's tragic. Those are the only recipes I have on hand. Ingredients that are in my wagon count perfectly fine. Like, they're over here on the side despite being in my wagon. Now, if I could fucking, like, random combine, mix and match shit, but, fuck if I know things. Unicorn horn. Wereboar's tusk. Mummy wrappings. And... dragon scales. Have no idea what this is. We're mixing it. Literally, what's in the bottle? I don't know. We're fortified, though. That increased our strength. Neat. No, that recipe is not say. We would have needed to have kept that in mind if we ever wanted to have a strength fortifier again. But I upped my strength with that potion. Great. And the up to strength is gone now. Hooray! I don't understand enough about the potion maker to tell you, Shaman. This is the first recorded / stream playthrough of me using it, and I really haven't bothered, like, over all the runs I've ever done at Daggerfall. Let's actually see if there's any potions worth buying. There are not. Motherfucker. I can go traveling across all of Totambu looking for various temples of Stendar to try and find worthwhile potions. Like, save, like when you can buy magic items for the Mages Guild. Well met, stranger. How you doing? Let's head to Totambu City proper and visit the bank. I have some letters of credit to deposit and sort out. At the very least, I certainly have money to sort out. Where am I? Yeah, that's fine. We haven't shown this off this session, so... Yippee-I-O. Yippee-I-A. Ghost Riders in the sky. Shut up, dog. In-game dog. Yellow Keep. Keeper of Taverns. Taverns? What? Alright, so I don't actually have any gold pieces in my account. We're all drawing from the letter of credit here. And... like, I have, like, a bunch of, like, loose, like, letters of credit, which annoy me, but I guess I'm not gonna resolve that. I don't actually have any gold on hand. fine by me. How's the inventory space looking? We're actually pretty high on our encumbrance. I wonder why that is. I don't rightfully know. We do have a bunch of letters. Is there an armorer here? I'd actually be interested in visiting the armorers. Freaking Redguard, you are a Redguard. Always begging us common folk for help. What have you done for me lately? Oops, that's not how I wanted to talk to you. Let's try that again. There we go. I communicated to her the way that she wanted. Wait, what was the name of the other one? The Adventurer's Smith. Odd Aegis. Southeast we go. We went a bit too far. Better. Ah, it's a practical shop. Looks pretty nice, though. Unfortunately, the wares are pretty rubbish. Alright, let's go to the central square, then. What if I were looking for... alchemists. So there's one that's to the east, you say? She did say east, didn't she? Alright, there's the Emperor's Tinctures, but she doesn't know where the other one is, and neither do I. It might be one of those two stores. Let's actually go to that eastern alchemist place. I typically don't go to the alchemists. If you are wondering how the hell Grimith is moving so fast there, it is due to a speed command built into the game. It is cheats, but I like to use it for quicker town movement. As I did showed off during the catnip farmer run. I feel weird buying ingredients. I typically don't do this, but these are desperate times, man. I wonder if I don't think tin is something you wear, so that is though. We'll buy that stuff. Because I would actually like to make a few potions, because we did unlock the potion maker before I delve into the Mantella next session. Some restore powers would be nice to fill our magic back up, in case we get into a tight spot. A levitate would be useful too, so I don't have to use my magic on that. There are, of course, plenty of other potions that would be useful as well. But I don't have the recipes for those. I could go cruising around various temples of Stendar, and try to buy potions, and see if I can find anything matching my desires. That might not be more trouble than what it's worth. But I would have to look up a list to comfortably know where all the various temples of Stendar and Tutambu are located, or go to a province that has a lot more temples of Stendar. Because Stendar is not the primary deity of the Tutambu region. The bookstores are just... they're like placeholders, effectively. They don't do much of anything. Alright. Adamantium Cuirass, we do have Daedric though, and Daedric Battle Axe. Not superior to what we've got, but hey. Ooh, Ebony Left Pauldron. Alright, let's buy it. I'll take it. I could have looked at all the shells before buying it, because there might have been like a Daedric or Orcish Pauldron. Alright, we have another piece of equipment, and you can actually see my arm sticking out because it looks so weird equipped. Hooray! Alright, let's check to see if there is a reagent shop here. That's a jeweler's. Let's pop in the store, though. It's dirty shelves, so I'm pretty sure it's a waste of our time. The character is only level 11 on top of that and does not have the most amazing luck on top of this being a poor quality store. But I was in the neighborhood, it was literally there, so thought I'd check. Unguents. Oh, it was actually right next to the other alchemist store. I know, right? You have to talk to them in the ways they prefer. Fucking peasants. Take care, Malice. We're definitely not going that much further ourselves. We could use food and a nap, because, I'm actually going to be broadcasting again in 7 hours? I think it's 7 hours, yeah, it's 5 a.m. my time when I'll be doing that. I'll be playing some Fortnite then. Which is a story that, I'm not getting into right now. That's one covered in a Discord, my Discord channel, which is actually linked on this Mixer page. Anyway. We have a new piece of armor. We've pretty much cleared out the quest line, except for the final bit, which won't take me that long. Next session, I can deliver the totem. I might go looking around for some temples to do, like, some prep work. And we'll go to the Mentella. And Stormbull will be over. Not bad. Not bad. Certainly not the best run we've ever had. This has been the most absent-minded run, though. It's been entertaining. It's had its moments, for sure. Probably went one run too many on Daggerfall. But it is my favorite, beloved role-playing game. Until next time, Daggerfall.